Kelly Camargo and Stephany Cifuentes, and we are going to talk about international trade and the benefits it brings to the global economy. We are also explaining how international theories work and how consumers can become positive with fair trade.
Well, so the first theory is mercantilism, and it says that the national wealth depends on the accumulated treasure. So there is a tendency to export more and import less, and also to receive gold in exchange for that. And they tend to maximize exports with subsidies and to minimize imports with tariff or quotas.
The second and third theories are absolute advantage and comparative advantage. Absolute advantage infers that an individual company, region, or country should only produce goods or services that they have a complete advantage on compared to other countries. This also means that they can produce greater total of goods or services for the same quality of imports. Comparative advantage theorizes that one individual company, region, or country can produce a good or service at a lower opportunity cost than another. This would mean that a country can produce a good or service comparatively cheaper than of another country, especially if that country can achieve a lower opportunity cost by specializing in producing that good or service. The end goal is for this to cause an increase of the economy's economic welfare.
And country similarity theory takes place in countries with similar stages of development because companies tend to first produce for domestic consumption. So, if their countries have similarities like location or economic or politics, so they will just export those products they produce for themselves to these countries with the similarities.
In product life cycle theory, products must go through a cycle if they want to be exported and sold internationally. And as a result for exposure, it matures and ultimately declines. The cycle starts with the introduction on the local market of the product and then gaining the interest of the general public and exposure in order to be exported. The second step is maturity, where the product reaches a good amount of consumers and undergoes modifications to fit other countries' needs. The final stage is decline, where the product gains local competitors with innovations and lower cost of the products, and ultimately countries will start buying local productions and it's usually less expensive than the exported product. Now we're going to talk about fair trade. Fair trade is an alternative form of trade promoted by various non-governmental organizations, the United Nations, and various social and political movements. And as its name tells, it promotes a fair trade relationship between producers and consumers while also trying to achieve sustainable supply development, meaning environmental sustainability while respecting cultures, traditions, and basic human rights, making it an inclusive movement where consumer, producer, and the environment benefit.
Okay, but how can we turn consumerism into a good thing with fair trade? Well, this is actually simpler than you think. As you may know, the decision of whether a product is displayed on stores is based on if whether the consumer would buy it or not. No businessman would put on sale a product that no one would buy. Therefore, we consumers also have the power to demand how that product is produced. And by demanding a fair trade certificate or fair trade policy in those products, we are throwing responsibility for making sure that farmers and workers also get the fairly paid back, which is what fair trade is really about.
So it turns out that fair trade actually has a lot of products and enterprises already certified by them with this process intact. Some of these enterprises and their products are Ben& Jerry's ice cream, which is very popular, one of the best ice creams in the United States. They actually have their chocolate fudge brownies already certified. Rishi Tea has organic jasmine green tea as certified by them. Fair Indigo has one of their most top-selling t-shirts certified. Fair Willis Wine has a Cabernet Sauvignon that's actually also certified by Fair Trade. Green Mountain Coffee Roasters has a Colombic Select coffee that's made in Colombia with fair trade companies. Theo Chocolate has a Big Daddy Marshmallow 3-piece chocolate, which is one of their best-selling products, also certified by Fair Trade. And when you go into the page and buy or try to go shopping, they have different types of categories. Their top categories, most selling, is produce, clothing, coffee, and chocolate. In produce, you're going to find examples like Amazon Product Network that works with fair trade. For clothing, you have Patagonia, which is one of the best sellers for winter clothes and travel. Coffee, like we mentioned before, is Green Mountain Coffee Roasters with the Colombian coffee. Chocolate, it's Theo Chocolate with the Big Daddy Marshmallow. This would lead us to our conclusions regarding fair trade. As a group, we think that fair trade is an initiative that looks for everyone's benefit, and more importantly, that it looks to achieve a more environmental way of producing goods and services and basic necessities for our daily life.